Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes, welcome again to another episode of the Fixasport podcast. And this, apologies for that. And this, I believe, is, I'm not gonna redo that, right? And this, I believe, is episode 18. I definitely know that it's episode 18, and whoa. Hi! Right here! Can, yeah, over here! I'm right here, guys. It's been a while. It's been a while, man. Let me get into it, right? Why has it been so long? Like what? 3-4 days? God damn, almost a week. Man, we thought we paying you, man. Right? Nah, but yeah, you know when you have like I don't know, but these days with the whole fucking wake up in the morning, 8 a.m. Don't sleep. Sleep is the fucking cousin of death. Eat, right? Fucking drink powdered shakes and shit, right? In this time, right? Or like basically just, gluing your eyes wide open, fucking zombies walking around, just buzzed up on fucking energy drinks and powdered protein, right? Well, in this time, basically, I'm just saying with our hectic schedules, man, right? So when shit, or no, not shit, but when stuff happens, you know, say you have your whole basically you have your whole day planned or your whole 2 days, 3 days ahead planned, right? And your mom shows up, Like that's where I am in life at this moment. Like I live in my mom's house and she doesn't even stay here. You get what I'm saying? What the fuck, man? Shit. But anyway, so yeah, my mom shows up. And normally when this happens, you know that you're gonna be doing a lot of shit. Oh, this place is not dusted. This place is not in the right it's not in the right cupboard, why your keyboards, on the couch and not on the table, right? Fuck, clean your room, man. You know what I mean? So you have that shit like every day for the duration that she was here. It was like it was that long. It was like 4 days, almost a week. You know what I mean? She's actually paying me, man. Right? Know what I mean? But nah. So yeah, but yeah, it was nice seeing her. But you know the thing about like black folk or shit, fucking water. Just kicked it, man. You know the thing about like African families is that we have this thing where I don't know if it's all the families. Like we basically like get together or see each other when there's weddings, funerals, or something like bad is happening in the family. You know what I mean? Like we never get together and be like, oh, let's go fucking have dinner, or like it's fucking, I don't know. Maybe it's only in like the colored community, aka community with hue. So yeah, she shows up, right? And I have all that. And never mind like going to the towns and the shops and the standing, dude. Now we got there, and like fortunately enough, my little sister was there with us, right? So she could keep her company as well, especially when we went into like the fucking. Dude, I hate the mall so much. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it just feels cold. With all the franchises and you know, fucking people buying you that are not actually in the store, just like on the strip, like where you have to walk in there. They like it's a market. You know what I mean? Like, why are you there? Why, like, if you're not in the fucking building, and just shouldn't be there. Like, get the fuck out, right? I'm not knocking no one's. Really, you just knocked, like, fuck you, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, just wait for a market or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Do what regular people that don't own buildings do. You know. Anyway, but it's just frustrating when like you have to, when your mom says wait here, I'm going to do something, and or you go do something and you get me back here. When you go do that and everything goes fine, right? No lines at the ATM. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a winner. That's a fucking winner. Like when you go to, you know what I mean? To like the mall and there is no lines at like the ATM or any place, When you don't have to like wait like your whole 2 hours, Just waiting to get shit done. Thank God a bit for COVID. Because somehow these banks, like, dude, credit to FNB and all that, except, dude, if you don't know how to solve a fucking, just say, I do not fucking know how to do this shit. You know what I mean? Because this lady I'm talking to her go like, yo, we sent the money, I'm talking about FNB, like e-wallet, we sent the money to the wrong fucking device or cell phone number, you know what I mean? And so she's like, oh, what's the number? Like, okay, I blocked it. Okay, cool. You blocked it. Now can we reverse it? Can I have the money back? Right? And she's like, okay, fine. Could you please log into the application? I'm like, oh, okay, of course we could log into the application. And then you realize that when you're on a call with someone, your internet is fucking off. Right? And when your internet is off, you know what happens? You cannot use applications that need the internet to function, bro. I don't know. Make your app remote then. First National Bank. Make it remote. Right? I mean, you're a fucking bank. Right? So then she's like, oh, I'm like, okay, I can't log in. So what do we need to do now? So she's like, no, so you have to log. I'm like, fuck, lady, I cannot. Without me logging it, but it is not, what do we do? Right? Dude, I don't even work there. And I would have a better solution. Just register the phone for internet banking on your fucking computer and then, do the reversal, man. Fuck. Fucking crazy sometimes, But yeah, but not all fucking corporations are fucking bad. Other than the fact that they come from the apartheid era, but talking about in South Africa, but ShopRite was pretty dope. I mean, my mom lost her wallet, right? Came back. It's this cleaning shit. See, when you just come into a place and you just clean shit, right? You're gonna lose shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's countless times where I've cleaned. Maybe it's because you don't clean that often, man. Right? Countless times where I've cleaned my room, right? And I come back like, where did I put that shit? It's always here. Or it's always there. Never mind, even if it's on the fucking ground, I know where it is. But once you pack shit, right, and shit is closed in enclosed areas, dude, unless you got the shit named, not finding that shit. So she loses her handbag, man. You know what I mean? First day she gets here, I think it was a Friday, right? looking forward. Like, okay, maybe we'll look for it tomorrow, right? Um, so she was suspecting that the people that take care of the cows, right, maybe took it. Like, nah, they wouldn't do that. Like, that's, you know, like I'll bet my farm that they wouldn't, right? That they did not, not they that they wouldn't, but that they did not at that time, right? Sorry. So it gets to that point where she's suspecting like these people they've been with for like so many years, right? I mean, probably as many years as Messi has Ballon d'Ors. Pick a thing at 7, man. Oh, talking about Lionel Messi, is it true that he's? Why am I asking you guys? Fuck. I hope he's coming to the MLS. But maybe you guys know. Maybe you guys have more insight than I do because, you know, I actually have no fucking like, insight. Whatever you see, I see as well. You know what I mean? Maybe we just feel different about what we see. Yeah. Why I'd like Lionel Messi to come to the MLS? Well, it is because I'm glad you fucking asked, man. Or asked or whatever. You know? So yeah. Well, because it is obvious, isn't it? He will be the first player, man. Right? To be in the MLS and win a Ballon d'Or. It's plain and simple. If he does what he does in the MLS, holy shit, man. Right? It's gonna get messy. It will get messy. It will get messy. But yeah. So yeah, it gets to the point where she's suspecting like the farmer folks, right? And now I'm like, no, maybe she's like, no, got in, put it on the thingy, and you know, packed and went to the room and put it, you know, didn't move with it. And I'm like, okay, maybe you left it at the shop because you seems like you brought some things. So maybe you left it at the store, right? So we get to the store, and the store, I'm talking about shop, right? If you want like deeper, deep, it's a show circle center, man. 5-star recommendation for the service. It was wonderful. So fucking get to the store, and we asked fucking lady, I know the manager, so she's outside, probably wants to smoke a cigarette, right? Right? She always like always, but yeah, I'm like, yo, explain the scenario. Wallet lost, we think it might be here, or we want to check, right? It's like, check inside customer service. Dude, I asked, you know, you should push the bit, because I asked nicely, he sends me to one person, and then they make you wait for a while, and they busy with other stuff, you know, they go into different tills and shit, right? So, and then you add another guy, and you asking, and he's saying wait for that lady, and that lady now, because she sees you talking to the other guy, and she knows that the other guy's gonna recommend her, she now comes over back, right, to you, like she wasn't in the first place. So then we like, okay, like, dude, all we just trying to get, you know, dude, I had to leave my mom there, right, just to talk to them nicely, because I had to leave and like get some cigarettes, you know, smoke a cigarette, just like, you know, and just come back, right, and just be like, yo, all you're trying to do, I'm sorry, it wasn't that tone, it was like, yeah, hi, all we're trying to do, right, is to find you have security cameras, and you basically have a camera under every till. So all you're trying to figure out is, did she leave, right, with the handbag or not? That's all we're trying to figure out. Not trying to get some money back from you, not trying to, you know, trying to get this. And you know, I don't know if it was before or after I came back from smoking the cigarette. This is when my mom tells me that yeah, they checked, and you know, they saw her leaving with it. So, man, go to the police, dude. You have to understand that if you lose your handbag as a woman, it's like losing what? Your pants as a guy. You know what I mean? You know, it's like losing you know, like fucking losing those fucking military shorts. You know. So anyway, identification is in there. Thankfully, like there was no cash. You know, but tell you why that, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal later on. But yeah, you know, identification, your license, you know, you don't want to get stopped. So you have to, dude, I was surprised at how easy, you have to go to the police station, right? And then have like do this kind of document that the police like stamp to be like, okay, this lady has lost her ID, license, blah, blah, blah. So she's trying to find, and they give you like 3 months, right? Okay, fine. We do that, you know, come back home and, you know, go to town and do all this extra stuff, right? That causes, you know, get the car washed and, you know, all this. So I'm basically like, okay, fine. I'm just going to settle that I'm going to have nothing done over the course of this weekend. Like, I'm doing nothing. Like, you know, nothing of my own is getting done. You know what I mean? And so it was, lo and behold. You know, that's how it was. But yeah, I can't complain, man, about women. Where's my mom? It was my tiny, man. So yeah, I think it was Sunday. You know, she washes this blanket she brought, you know, and takes it out the washing machine, you know, to go and hang it outside to dry it, right? Because the washing machine doesn't dry shit, our shit, right? As she's walking out the door, you know, she's trying to like fold it so she can get through the door because it's the blanket, right? Or what was it? It was like fucking bed cover. It was a bed cover, right? Kind of trying to fold it, and as she's like, you know, patting it, trying to put it in place, she feels that no, there's something there. And guess what it was? It was the fucking wallet. You know? It was the fucking wallet. And it was such a relief. Even on my part, because she had to buy like a new, like, she had to buy a fucking handbag. She had to buy a new purse. You know? She had to buy a new purse and all of that. So that was kind of hectic, you know. But yeah, ShopRite was dope. The police were dope. And how easy, like how easy it was at the police station. Like it was, dude, we just got there. Maybe because she's like not, she looks like maybe it's because she's an old woman, you know what I mean, or an old lady, right? Because she gets there at the police station, just walks in, and then goes like, yo, hi, are you good? Okay, shoot. Look, I lost basically explains the whole story here. Came back home, you know, don't know where it is, has my ID, you know, I would like they call it an affidavit to fucking, you know, so I can show the officers on the road if they stop me or, you know, wherever I might require an ID, right? To show that it's lost, right? And she fucking writes out the statement like her story. It's basically like she's writing her own doctor's note, like, you know, this work, I was sick because of mild cold, so I've given relief of 2 days. She's basically writing out her own note, you know what I mean? And then the police look at it, right? And the police officer, lady, right? And then she stamps it, gives it the official sub stamps and be like, okay, 3 months to find your shit, you know. So after we find the wallet and shit like that, and we at the table, you know, I get to thinking like, yo, that was so easy. Like a foreigner could come in, you know what I mean, and be like, hi, you know, my ID, I've lost it, you know. Okay, but maybe you couldn't do that, you know. Maybe you couldn't do that. But a normal dude, like you know, like an old lady, right? An old lady could walk in and basically be like, yeah, man, I forgot. I was in the farm and I forgot my wallet and think the cow ate it and shit like that. And then gets this document, you know what I mean? Gets the 3 months, you know what I mean? Has the name and stuff like that, right? And then this paper, anyone can use. Like any lady can use that paper. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't have your photo there. It just has your ID number. And like the police didn't check whether the ID number was real or not. Thank God it was real. You know what I mean? But that is hectic. Yeah. That's fucking dope actually, man. I just don't have the balls to do like anything criminally. What the fuck is criminally, man? You mean a criminal act? Yes. Except smoking weed like that. When that was a criminal act, you know, as the law, as the rebel I was, man. Oh, storage is full. I hope this doesn't fuck with the podcast. Episode 18, ladies and gentlemen, with the podcasters. Yo, so how was your guys' week? What, dude, was it also like, was it so chilled, man? Cause sporting wise, if you follow the MLB, it was dope. If you follow the NBA, it was horrifying, man. And if you follow like football, it was even. Yes, you say, unless you're a Real Madrid supporter, dude, but still, you were banging, you know, but I'll get to that in a second. Right. Fuck, episode 18. I apologize for it being late. I apologize for it being late. I wanted to get into the MLB, Major League Baseball. Well, is that the song? I don't think that's the song. But you know, but the commentary was like, Andy hits 1 over. Strikeout, strike 3 for Logan with another strike, and this time to third base, about to give him a fucking walk. Oh no, they don't curse there. Yeah. And a homer for John Lotto or something like that. I don't know. Vioto or some I don't know. But yeah, that was so bad. But that dude is dope. Fucking gonna find out his name. Right? You know. So to the Boston Red Sox, man. Right? I was watching them against the Seattle Mariners. You know? Fucking adopted team. So fucking disappointing. You know. I actually have them against the Houston Astros tonight. You know. Maybe I should talk about F1 first, because by the time really I released this, you know, probably or you've heard it, Charles Leclerc, you know, if he didn't crash, because it's difficult leading in F1, you know, these days. Not these, but it's just especially around the Monaco track, which doesn't have really leeway to play around, like extra gravel and shit where you can slide into. Like, you have to really be careful, dude. Just look at the last, before you watch this race, look at the highlights, or if you really want to get into it, look at the whole race, the previous Monaco race. Just look at that race and be like, yo, I think Sebastian Vettel won, you know, best driver that race. You know what I mean? But Yeah, check out that race. And then watch the one that's in, I think, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, or something like that. Yeah. But you've already watched it. So, should have said this earlier on the podcast. But yeah. It's fucking dope. Yeah. If Charles Leclerc didn't crash, he's probably going to win it. Right? His teammate is right behind him. Second for pole. Sergio Perez, I believe. You know what I mean? And Max will give it a pretty good run. Because he's not third, but he's fourth, right? It's challenging because even though the Honda Red Bull, right, Honda engine, Japanese, has the better top speed, right? There's a lot of corners. The track is tight. So even though you have to be able to be a good driver for all fucking races, you know, like especially in this one, and it looks like the Ferrari can handle its own, you know, when you gotta fucking, you know, clip a bend 2 inches away from fucking concrete, messing up dude, the ridiculous price of F1 cars. Right? I have to mention Lewis Hamilton, right? Lewis Hamilton is angry about some metal bottle being taken and stuff. So that's what's being happened. Dude, Lewis Hamilton's season should be made into a soap opera. Like a 10, maybe a 12 episode. It probably could push 24. A 24 episode, you know, soapy about his 2022-2023 fucking season. F1 season, right? And like it would sell out. You would have no racing at all. Right? You'd have like no racing at all. All you'd have is just all the shit that he's gotten since he announced that he's retiring last season and didn't. Right? Now he's back. And now it seems like the other guy, Rosberg, the new guy, has the faster car, right? And dude, that would piss you off if you're a 7-time champion and now a new guy comes in and now all of a sudden like I have the test car now, you know? I have the backup hold him off car. You know, I have the car that the nerd didn't tune to its highest capacity because I have to defend. I have the defense car. I have the fucking slide. Dude, talk about defense. Who's fucking driving the Alpine? I was watching like qualifying, dude. Talk about unforced errors. That's, in sports, in the world of football, that's what we call that. Right? Dude is just coming through straight away. You know what I mean? And just straight in. But yeah, I don't know if he was moved, but it didn't seem like the way it was moving towards the bend, because it was like a long straight, man. Like, dude, it was, I don't know, 200 meters, 300 meters before the bend, you know, and it seemed like the car was moving like really fast. But if you like, I guess if you look closer, it's just like he's just like turning side to side. Like, I don't know what was happening, dude. See, like he had an epileptic fit, and he just, right, just locks up. Dude, he locked up before he turned. That's what was funny. He locks up before he turns and just goes into the barrier. You know? You know? Dude, how much money do the owners have? Dude, an F1 car. Dude, how much does an F1 car cost? Because the last time I Google searched the price of this, it was ridiculously fucking expensive, man. F1 car price. This is some multi-millionaire's net worth. Oh, it's only 12? Oh, it's only $12 million. Oh, thought it was like $300 million or 400. Yo, where was I reading this shit? Oh, it's only 12. This is the same price as like what? No, it wouldn't be the same price as a helicopter. No, it's just 12, man. It's 12. $12 million. Yeah, it's just 12. Like a football club, and you have two. Probably have like 50 million for the team. Dude, that's like nothing, man. Shit. Oh, okay. No, apologies, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I got that wrong. But yeah, so that's why they crash all the time, right? There was like 3 crashes in this previous race. You know? I guess the Red Bull, Sergio Perez, at least he fucking put in a good lap. Went into, like, tried to turn, and it just lost the back. Right? You know, losing the back is something the new Polo GTI will never do. You know why? Because, like, even though they say it's the fastest, most powerful R, you know, being put out, like, is it still gonna go left when I turn right? Is it still gonna do that? Is it still gonna get stuck, you know, in the mud? Is someone still gonna be able to lift up the front and jam the car? Is it still front wheel drive? Maybe I should read the article. Maybe they made like 4-wheel drive or like, you know. But yeah. Like, dude, I don't care how powerful a car is. If it's front wheel drive, it's fucked. You are fucked. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, just, you know, just put in like 1 liter and it's going to make a fucking, you know, fucking powerful front wheel drive car. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know? Do you talk to people? Yeah. And the thing is, this the cheapest reasons, like, the price is there because it's front wheel drive. You know what I mean? It's front wheel drive, and I guess it's more expensive, yeah. You know? So you are only gonna go in a straight line. Just when you get to a bend, you better stop. Right? Dude, when you get to even a wide bend, you better like hit fucking dead fucking brakes on that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, stupid. But they do it, and people still buy it. People still buying the iPhone 3 that has fucking 3 cameras. You know? I mean, iPhone, whatever the fuck it is. You know? Yeah. And you know, when people are like, you know, if you would afford it, it's just that you can't afford it, you know, it's just that you can't afford it. If you had the money, you'd also. No, you know what? No, I wouldn't. I would not buy a phone that has 3 fucking cameras for $1,500. I would not do that. You know what I mean? There's something to talk about scams. You know? Like, I heard about like podcasts that do like you know, episodes on cults and shit like that. They must make an episode about the cult of scams. I would watch that episode, you know? the cult of corporate scams. You know? Yeah, start with Starbucks and move to iPhone. Basically all the things that I don't like. You know? Yeah. Dude, you know, I was watching like a documentary the other time. You know, of course, another time. You know, it wouldn't be another like age. Right? Oh, you know, it's another moment in my life, fucking watching a documentary. And you know what it's about? It's about fucking Nike or something like that, I believe, right? And there's a point in that fucking documentary when they go like, yo, for years, I don't know if it's still true now, but sneakers that were sold by Nike in the US were not being made in Nike. Dude, like Nike were not making their own sneakers. Like, what the fuck? You know? I don't know. I'm like, fucking thanks God I like Adidas. You know? I mean, they might have a Jewish, you know? And in fact, Adidas doesn't have Jewish slave labor. You know? Fuck that. Right? Dude, Israel is like that kid, right? That was fucking, you know, in the fucking shelter somewhere and then got adopted. You know what I mean? By like some rich fucking family or some fucking, you know, elite. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And then what normally happens is that orphan, right, gets in there like Moses. You know what I mean? Dude, Israel is like the opposite of the Moses story. Like, Israel got into that place and was like, shit, you know what? I actually like how you guys are doing this, and I'm gonna push it up an actual notch. And just became an utter douchebag, bro. An utter douchebag. You know? That's what Israel is now. You know what I mean? And there's no going back for that kid. Right? There is no, dude. Right? There's just some things that are unfortunate. You know? Dude, you're not even from there, man. Shit. Anyway, historically speaking, right? Historically speaking. See now, fucking lost a train of thought. But yeah, the Boston Red Sox were on like a good run, right? Fucking crushing it, right? I'm dying this side. Dude, the Seattle Mariners like go up 4. When they blew the second game from 4 runs, you know, to like lose it, I was like, I'm done with this series, you know. Oh, the Boston Red Sox are on a fucking run, and of course, in Boston Red Sox style, they have to like lose to the Baltimore Orioles, you know. Right? That's classic. Beat the Seattle Mariners, clean out, wipe them out, wipe the floor with them, you know what I mean? Like, to the point where they shouldn't be calling themselves the Mariners, man. You know, should be calling themselves the fucking Canoers. You know what I mean? The Seattle Canoers. Right? I mean, fucking wipe the floor with them. And thank God, Logan, you know, in these games where you like, yo, talented player, talented kid, still young. Like, dude, I'm glad he was not playing in that series. You know, if he was playing, you know, didn't see him. Maybe it was the other like 3 fucking games. Right? So I'm glad the dude wasn't playing, man. Because you just don't. You don't lose 2 games. You know? Especially the whole series. When you're 2 games. The first 2 games, they were up by 4 runs. I mean, like, dude. What are you doing over there, man? Like, shit. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so but yeah, we have the Boston Red Sox as well for tonight's game, you know. They'll probably come back because that's what, you know, that's what they're looking for, a comeback. They're looking for a major comeback, man. Right. The golden wooden bats, man. Yo, you know, of course the Yankees, man. Like, I'm staying away from that Tampa Bay series. It's a bit weird, man. Like, what's going, like, dude, just keeping score, right? Just trying to keep score. Dude, it's just like, yeah, Uh, they're doing their thing, but I'm loving the fucking New York Mets. Loving the New York Mets, how they doing. They silently coming up with their business. However, man, check this out. We have the Phillies. Oh shit, we have the Phillies against the New York Mets for tonight's game as well. It's crazy, isn't it? Isn't it? I just talked about how I love the Mets, but I guess I'm not even gonna go because it's just gonna spoil my fucking, spoil my fucking mood. Yeah. Yeah. You guys probably following, the fucking basketball, NBA playoffs, right? Dude, Miami versus Boston Celtics. The last game, not the one that Miami won, right? The one before that Boston Celtics fucking, that was horrible. That Miami was playing at home. That was, dude. When there was like half the crowd in the stands, dude, it looked like I was watching. No offense, but an African basketball league game. Dude, it was horrific. Like people were missing, like so many dude, missed shot. Like it was just, the vibe was just like, yo, Anyway, and of course, so they get beaten by Boston Celtics, and of course, they lose. I mean, of course, Miami beats the Boston Celtics, game 6, and I believe they're going to game 7. And to be honest, I feel, right, always, dude, the Boston Celtics just look like a fucking. It just looked, dude. It was a fucking mismatch. It looked like dude. It looked like Tyson Fury's last fucking fight, and I didn't even watch the fight. I just saw, that headline picture that they have where the dude is like just towering over the other dude, and you're like, how is this a fair fight? He can see the dome of his head. If he had X-ray vision, he would basically see his cerebellum or cerebrium, man. You know what I mean? The thing that makes humans different from animals. I don't know what that shit does, or but really, if you think about it, maybe it's just instinct, Like if a human's hungry, they don't just eat right away, If a woman just walks by here naked, they don't just fuck her, But an animal, if it's hungry, it fucking eats. If it wants to fuck, it fucking fucks, If it, what I mean? It's driven. I guess an animal is driven by instinct. But I'm just fucking, and humans maybe are not, right? But I believe in instinct, man. Right? I believe in a lot of things. And some of them, or most of them are dude, I just thought about my whole life in a flash. In the past 2 seconds moment of thought, But anyway, yeah, it looks like the Boston Celtics will fucking, go against Steph Curry's shooters, right? But yeah, look, it's gonna be a great match if that happens. I mean, dude, 3 finals we were on, Boston Milwaukee Bucks, Brooklyn Nets, Milwaukee Bucks, Golden State Warriors, This is the last attempt, Boston Celtics, Golden State Warriors. That is the last attempt of a playoff final prediction coming from us, man. Oh, this is your host. Oh, THABI, Tabi. And yeah. I always forget to do that, man. Dude, did you see that video of Raphina, the Leeds United player? This dude crawled the entire length of the field on his fucking knees, you know, because they survived. First, he was in the stands, you know what I mean? And like the picture was so funny because you just saw the grip that the fans like had on him, man, and dude, right? Because you have all these overweight, you know, beard up Mensa, right? People's, you know what I mean? And then amongst them, you just have, but they're all feeling the same feeling, which is dope. But the funniest thing, I guess, it was hilarious, man. Dude, you crawling the whole length, dude, walking, dude. If picture this, right? Picture like a 200 meters, right? Would you walk? You'd walk 200 meters, right? That's normal. Would you crawl 200 meters? Just ask yourself the question. Like, by the time you get to the 50th meter, right? Dude, you're not even thinking about shit like that anymore. You're like, how long, right, do I have left? You know? Like not for real, because I'm at the halfway. Then he makes it to the halfway line, and then I'm a big believer of that's another thing. Here we go, king, 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 right? I'm a big believer that like your physical body movement, that's also language, right? That's why I like sports so much, you know, because you can't really like, dude, if you lie via body movement, you dope, you know. If you fake, you know. Guess why they steal bases? Really? Yeah. So yeah, his body movement by the time he reached the halfway line was like, oh man, you know, I really committed to this shit. You know when you start like questioning, not really questioning, because doubt should never. That's where instinct comes in. See, animals do not doubt instinct. You know what I mean? Really? You've been an animal, right? You know this. You know, but I have animals, right? I've observed them for years. I have to say my entire life, man. Right? And if you have to, and you think different, write in and tell me why. Right? I'm joking. I don't really care, man. I don't really care whether like animals are like, you know. I just saying what I see. They eat, they fuck, sleep. You know. Like which animals like plot shit, right? You know. Dude, I can imagine like animals sitting in a group and be like, you know what, you know, Amy's starting to be projecting, you know, she thinks I'm her, you know, I'm eating over there, and yeah, yeah, don't get it. Whoa, that's the B3. Right? The battery. Fuck. You know? Talk about creations, man. You know? As I grab my pants as they fall down to the weight I'm losing, yo. Not fasting, people. You're losing weight. No, these pants are actually like pretty big. I could never fill these pants. You know when you buy like oversized clothes and you think you're gonna grow into them and you never fucking do. You know, maybe it's just the hope that one day maybe you will, right? As you googling things like when does a person stop growing, right? Do you grow when you sleep? You know what I mean, right? Dude, I used to pray every day when I was in like I think the fourth. I have to be specific with this so you don't judge me, man. I was in elementary school, 4th grade, 5th grade, right? I used to pray every day. Back when I was like deep, not deep, but like pray to Jesus. You know what I mean? Because they told me that that's way, Yeah, and what am I gonna say? I don't know shit. Then I'm only like in 4th grade, right? AKA Christian school. Anyway, you can guess. Taller, Be like, please, just 2 inches tomorrow. Like, please, amen. Every day. That's also a scam because I'm confused, man. Like, I feel guilty about that. Like, if I didn't pray, would I be the same size now as if, like, if I did, like if I didn't pray? Like, would I be, like, shorter? You know what I mean? Which is interesting because I feel guilty about that because I don't feel like I'm tall enough for the amount of prayer I put in. Oh, no. Plus, the amount of prayer I put in, plus the years, when you grow, that you like it. So that asks for something that I don't know. Yeah. Dude, and like when you start doing shit, like people start going like, yo man, you start going about like I don't know. I don't fucking pray for money, man. I think it's weird. Dude, I feel like I don't even pray for a lot of things. You know what I mean? I feel like, there's a lot in the way these requests are being made. There's quite a lot, don't need to be filling it up with things. But that's just me, That's just me, and people think different. Some people, man, believe different. Right? I don't know. Dude, congratulations, man, to Real Madrid, Carlo Ancelotti, again. Right? Again, for winning the Champions League, and Carlo Ancelotti specifically, because dude, look at this dude for 2 years and tell me a better chart of growth, right? Look at this dude's fucking stats, man, right? For the past 800 and plus minus 25 days, and tell me who has the best managerial chart? Nobody, man. Right? Nobody. As I pause. Again, technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, anyway, we're really back. So yeah, no, astonishing job, man. Amazing fucking job from the Real Madrid manager. 4 Champions League titles, like the most that any manager has gotten. I guess one more than most managers, I tell you what, other managers still have. Don't feel down. I know who's not feeling down. Who's not feeling down is the one, the special one, the chosen one. The one, the normal one, you know what I mean? Mr. Jose Mourinho, right? Manager of Inter Milan, of Roma, right? Clinched, he's plus 23rd European title. Granted is a new, but he still won it. You could say the media the competition as well was in favor of him to win it because he's a better face, for it. But he still had to do the job. You know what I mean? The odds were not on his side, right? Even though he was the favorite, the fucking odds were not on his side, and he did it. He didn't need to do it because if you win the competition, you you go into Europa, but he already like he's fucking qualified already to be in Europa via Roma. I don't know whether he was looking for the Champions League or what, but yeah, those two spectacular managers that had awesome careers, man. It was an honor to fucking be in this time, right, of like sports, of football, of soccer, aka World Cup's coming up. USA versus America will decide, man. Know what I mean? But yeah, it's another heartbreaker for the German dictator Heinz, right? Another heartbreak, man. Dude, the world probably was on most, I guess, Liverpool's side, right? It was just heartbreaking how they lost the league, how they lost how they fucking lost the UEFA Champions. It was it's gonna take a while to get over that for the players. I feel like it would take me a while to get over that, man. It would feel like I just got fucking heartbroken by a lady. You know what I mean? Like that's how it felt. And credit to Mr. Jurgen Klopp, right? Who was like, okay, it was an incredible match, fair fucking result, because to going into the match, they were like, you realize you have the best, undoubtedly now, the best centre forward in the whole world, going up against Sadio Mane, who's not really a centre forward. He's not even a forward. He has never he's won local cups playing as a centre forward. However, he hasn't won major European honours playing as a centre forward. He's won that playing as a left wing. As a left forward. Sorry, not as a left wing. Making him the main man, kind of. Because, dude, if you look at the game, all Liverpool needed was a centre fucking forward. That's all Liverpool needed. 9 shots on target. Real Madrid, 1 shot on target. Just put that into perspective. And, dude, it's the most important aspect of the game. What is that? That is to score goals. You know what I mean? Credit to Real Madrid going ahead within 10 minutes. Dude, I feel that's why Mr. Jurgen Klopp said the result was fair, because the goal was not given. And, like a long debate on VAR was, was it a deflection but it came off two Liverpool players, and Benzema was not offside. But what does a striker do? A striker finishes that fucking opportunity, right? And he did. Send them into pandemonium, right? Dude, it was unfortunate that Liverpool fans had to jump fences. And dude, shout out to Jamie Carragher, right, for saying that he would have done the fucking same thing in that position. Had he paid 500s of pounds for a fucking ticket and the gates were shut. Dude, I don't care how long it fucking takes me if I pay 500 pounds for a fucking ticket, you keep those gates open. Who else is taking my seat? You know what I mean? You keep it open until the fucking machine says that, there's no more tickets left. Until the fucking machine says all the tickets for this game have been seated. Until that machine says that, you fucking lock the gates. You know what I mean? Because then you're making us suspect that you're making fucking, like the airliners. Trevor Noah had a joke about this, about how airliners fucking double book. Like they have so many seats, and then now they book over a percentage of those seats. Just fucking betting, or even betting is a better word. Just gambling on the fact that some people, dude, you know how fucked up you must be to be gambling on the fact that some people might not show up, right? Because if you think about it, what is the reason for that? For those people for missing their flights, right? and you actually making up for your overbooking. What is the reason for that? Dude, those are fucking divorce fights. You know what I mean? Those might be car crashes. You know what I mean? Those might be like, dude, just bad shits. No one misses a flight because of a good reason. No one's like, dude, how often do you miss a flight because you were fucking? That's the only good fucking reason I'll think of. You know? But anyway, yeah, if I was a Liverpool supporter as well, I wish I was. I'll be fucking, dude, you wouldn't even see me, you know? Fucking, I'll just go through that shit. Know what I mean? I'll be like, I'll be the only fucking Liverpool. Nah, joking, man. Joke. Probably be like, oh fuck, is this like, I fucking have my passport. Isn't the passport enough? I bought my thing. Isn't the passport? I just want to watch the game. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, and it's crazy, man. You know. So maybe the goal wasn't given because that would have been harsh. Dude, because that's what the 12th man is there for. The 12th man sees shit that the 11 players on the field don't see, right? Or might miss. You know what I mean? Maybe the coach might see it, but he can't scream loud enough. Do you know who has the loudest scream? The 12th man. And Liverpool's 12th man was not there. He wasn't there. So, you know, Liverpool's players probably, you know, instead of like the people that say, shoot! Fucking shoot, man! Right? There was none of that. So when that came, he passed the ball, right? When you're heading towards the net and the player says, dude, right, go to the top, right? There was none of that, and fucking sends it low, and what do you know, the keeper's there, you know, taking nothing away from the goalkeeper. Like Courtois, man, he's been a top keeper for a while, but we cannot do this thing where we just shift, you know, he is now world's best goalkeeper, but we can't do this thing where we just shift, you know, best players just because of fucking a season, or you know, not even a season, but a cup competition. You know what I mean? It's best player, it's individual. But anyway, yeah, he did a fantastic job as well to keep. You know. I have to confess, like, I fell asleep in the 60-something minute, you know what I mean? I was so blessed, man. I was so fucking exhausted from it. The power even went out before the game, like, started, you know? I thought I had, like, a fucking internet connection there. I had, you know, my router was on, everything was charged, the power went out, but I still had internet. You know what? The headquarters for Telkom, they also didn't have electricity. Apparently they don't have a generator, and when they go off, I can't have internet. See? But that's fine. Didn't take long though. I mean, I guess I should expect that we're not gonna have water, right? But no, I mean, dude. You know what? You should be happy that you can go to the same bathroom as these other white people, man. No, you should be happy that you're not getting fucking beaten for walking, right? You should be happy that horses, white man horses, are not coming into your yard while you're drinking tea, right? Just to see you shiver while it fucking spills over, right? That's what you should be happy for. Really? And would you take the corruption over that any fucking day, man? Any day. Not condoning fucking corruption, just fix the shit. You know? But I'm saying, like, when white people just start complaining, when white South Africans just start complaining about the ANC government, dude, it's like, dude, did you see what you did? Did you see how your government was operating? Dude, we can't top, no matter what we do, we cannot top that. Right? Like, even if we were to enslave you guys, we cannot top what you did. You're not enough. You know what I mean? You're not fucking enough. So, just shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, shut up. You know? I can say that because I'm young and I'm black, man. You know? So that took a turn. Take another turn, maybe to end off by saying, dude, rest in peace, to Jack Del Fuego, right? Rest in peace to Mr. Ray Liotta, man. Liotta, yeah. Yeah. Dude, those characters that, just like, was a bad guy, but just dude, from playing a mob guy to playing Jack Del Fuego, and still, dude, he had a 2-minute party. Have you seen that? Like, when you get his new house, it's just like, thank you. No, man. Jack Del Fuego, man. Right, and then when the movie ends and everybody's all waving like, hey, bye everyone, and you just see the little wave. Ray Liotta, man. To some people, you just feel like they're going to a good place just because you like them. Fuck you, man. Right? Some people just feel like they're going to a good place by how they are, And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this episode of the podcast, Fixasport, episode 18. We'll catch you guys, episode 19, and have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the races, enjoy the matches. Check out the pics on Instagram, Fixasport, at Fixasport. YouTube, like, subscribe, the usual shit. Thanks a lot. Check it out.